Welcome to our interview series. My name is Michel Guerin from MySQL Marketing. Our first guest today is Shane Atherholt, head of the global ISV business for MySQL. Welcome, Shane.
Thanks, Michel.
And thank you for agreeing to answer my questions today.
Oh, happy to do it. Glad to be here.
Cool. So let's start with an easy question.
That's good. Okay.
Can you take a minute to introduce yourself and share with us what's an ISV?
Yes. So I'm responsible for our the MySQL global ISV business within Oracle. What an ISV means to Oracle is companies that are primarily in the business of developing and selling commercial applications for resale. So by comparison, if you look at Oracle itself, Microsoft, Salesforce.com, SAP, companies like that, the big names, they're all ISVs. They're in the business of building software for commercial resale. That's the kind of organizations that my organization globally is looking to sell to. And those could be companies that are selling solutions on-premise, in the cloud, SaaS, hybrid, whatever may be the case. But that's who we're typically going after.
How does MySQL fit with Oracle?
So MySQL is a standalone business unit within Oracle, which means we spend every day and all day just working on and developing MySQL. So we're about 600 plus staff dedicated to development, sales, marketing, support, other technology, and we're located on a global basis. We have people everywhere that are working on and supporting MySQL.
And who are some of the ISVs using MySQL today? Can you share some names with us?
Yeah, so it's a very widely used technology, and our customers are widely used. But I'll give you a couple of perspectives. So there's a couple of industries that we are just very, very popular in and have done very well. One is in this broad, what I would call security and network monitoring space. So these are ISVs that are in the business of selling their solutions to other companies to help manage and protect those companies' networks. So companies like F5 Networks, Juniper Networks, Extreme Networks, Skybox Security are some of the larger names. We also work with smaller companies like Affirm Networks in that space. So that's one big area that we've typically been engaged in for many years. In the more recent time, we are more and more engaged in what we call the financial services or fintech space. These are ISVs that are developing solutions for resale to the fin services industry. So companies like Fiserv, which is now merged with First Data, Fidelity Information Services, Worldline out of France, Bottomline Technologies out of the Northeast US. These are additional companies that we work with, focus in that area. So those are two industries that we work closely with. Outside of that, we work with many other companies across different verticals. For example, a company named Ericsson. Most people know Ericsson out of Europe. This is a huge company focused on selling technology to the telecom space to help run a telco's network. We work with them. We also work with a company called Cerner in the US that is devoted to selling to the healthcare space. They're one of the largest electronic healthcare record providers in the world. And among other technologies, they use MySQL within their offering. So that's just an example of some of the names and kind of how we are spread out in industries and around the world.
Yeah, that's great to have a few names like that. Perfect. I know you can't mention them all, and I know that some that you're not allowed to share. So yeah, thanks for giving us some names here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Why should ISVs consider a relationship with Oracle?
Yeah, good question, and it's one that we deal with every day. The fact of the matter is there's a plethora of options in the marketplace to obtain a MySQL like technology, whether it be on premise or in the cloud or both. The true competitive advantage that we believe we bring to market, and that I think is both most valued by our customers, is our people. So we have many people and many folks who have been with us for many years. In fact, came through the acquisition of MySQL by Sun, and then Sun by Oracle. So we have some very skilled and very talented people located around the world that are very smart around MySQL, and that bring a lot of value to our customers and helping them to be successful with the technology and be able to go to market with their platforms based on engaging with our people. So at the end of the day, I would tell you our biggest advantage, I think, is frankly is our people and just the depth of experience they have with MySQL.
Let's talk security now. On a daily basis, we see reports of data breaches in the news, right? I mean, I remember reading an article about mentioning 4,000 breaches, over 4 billion records stolen in just H1 of 2019, and North America, we're talking. How concerned are ISVs about security?
They're very concerned for the same reason that, frankly, you and I are concerned. I was impacted with the Marriott breach and the Target breach from a number of years ago. And so, everyone has been impacted, I think, to some degree at some point. And so if you're an ISV, you're selling your product to other companies who, and you're storing their customer data, their data. There's an obligation to ensure that that data is protected, the application is protected, and the full, everything around that is protected. And so it's something over the last couple of years that is become top of mind with our ISVs, is to ensure that their applications from top to bottom are as secure as they possibly can be. And it's not just from external sources, it's from the internal people as well, in being able to know who's coming and going into the technology, as well as keeping out the bad guys from outside. So it's become really the number one thing that they ask about when they work with MySQL is as an open source tool, they ask us, well, how can you protect us? What kind of strategy and technologies do you have in place to help us be successful around security?
And when you're talking to ISV executives out there, what are their top priorities?
So security is obviously the number one, the top topic, as you mentioned. But when you wrap it into a business level discussion, it always comes down to cost. And so they're selling a product, just like Oracle is selling products. They're selling a product to the marketplace, and they want to be able to sell that at a profit. So profit margin is important. And many of these applications have third-party tools that are included in them. So being able to use these tools with commercial support at a low cost is important to them. So for example, we often are hearing more and more about is, how can MySQL do more things or satisfy more use cases within the one database? So we entered the NoSQL space a couple of years ago, because customers said, look, we don't want a NoSQL specific database and a SQL specific database, let alone the other niche databases that are out there. They said, can you do a lot of this in one database? And so we came to market with our NoSQL offerings in MySQL in an attempt to meet those needs, to give our customers a single database that does multiple things, which helps drive down cost to an ISV.
And my last question is a little bit more challenging. And the reason is because we can't really discuss, upcoming releases, right?
Yes.
However, my question is still about the future. What is the future for MySQL?
Yeah, so it's not a challenging question. It's exciting. There's a saying, the future is now. The future really is now with MySQL. And what I mean is that it's all about the cloud, right? For everybody, it's all about the cloud. So we are in the very final stages of transitioning MySQL 8.0, which is our most recent release, our milestone release of MySQL, and putting that with the Oracle, it's the Oracle Enterprise Edition MySQL version 8.0 into the Oracle Gen 2 Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and making it available as a fully managed service to our customers, to our ISV customers. And so that is coming very, very soon, as well as a few other additional add-on tools and technologies that we can save for another discussion. But we're very excited for that to come to market very soon, as well as continue to build out the capabilities of MySQL today, things like security and NoSQL. But the future is cloud. We're almost there, and we're looking forward to that.
Excellent. Well, this concludes our quick interview today. Thank you again, Shane, for participating. And thank you to the viewers for listening. And until next time.
Glad to be there. Thanks.